guys, it's Stephanie from My Porch Prints, and today we're going to be making these Christmas house folding cards. And yours may look a little bit different than this one. We have a few different versions, but it should assemble the same way. So to start with, you'll want to print it on cardstock, and I actually used a presentation paper, which was kind of like a thin cardstock, but you may want something thicker for yours. It's just really up to you what works best for you. But after we printed it, and it just prints one-sided, you don't have to print anything on the back, I went ahead and cut out all of the shapes. And what you're going to want to do is locate house C to begin with. That's this one. And you'll know because it'll say tab C on the tab. And what we're going to do is just fold this in half, just like this. And we cut these out by hand. You're welcome to use a cutting machine if you want. Just make sure you get all the pieces the same size when you readjust the size, if you have to do that for your cutting machine. And then if some of the pieces don't quite match up, you can trim along the edges to get some of the white cut away. There's a nice thick kind of grayish snow-colored border on these. So that gives you a little bit of room for cutting and trimming up the edges. But we're going to take house C and just fold it in half like this. And oh, before we start, I actually should mention, you'll want to fold these tabs forward and backward and give them a lot of play because these are going to need to fold when the card's finished. So go ahead and do that with both of your tabs. And if you need to, you can score it or whatever works best for you. And then just fold it backward and forward a few times to make sure it's nice and pliable. Okay, so now we're going to start with house C and fold it in half just like this. And then we're going to go ahead and glue this closed. And then we're going to locate house B. And again, that will have a tab that just says B on it. And we're going to go ahead after we fold this in half and make sure that all our edges match up nicely. We're going to cut this piece in half. And then we're going to glue it just like this to tab C. And just put a little glue on here. And we'll want to make sure this matches up on both sides. Just like this. And then we'll take the other half of house B and we'll glue it on just like this. And be sure to get your glue kind of close to the edges so that it holds everything down. Okay, so now we've got C and B, and the last one is A. And again, fold it in half and just make sure all your pieces match up. And again, we're going to just open this up and glue it to tab B. And we're going to flip it over and make sure it's lined up nicely right here. And then we'll glue it closed. And this Christmas card comes with some folding tags. They look kind of like this. And then they have some corresponding pockets that look like this. And what you're gonna do is just cut these out and then fold them in half on this line right here. And we're gonna glue these closed. All right, and then you can choose which side of the card you want them on. I'm just gonna use the one that's here. And then you want to make sure that the picture matches up because they're kind of mirror images of each other. And then you want to find the corresponding pocket that also matches. Okay, and then what you want to do with this pocket is just add a really thin bead of glue around the side and bottom of each pocket. And then don't slide it around too much because you don't want that glue to get all over. You want to keep it on the edges. And we'll do that for the other pocket too. And then you should be able to slip your little tag into those pockets. Just like that. And it creates kind of a little secret tag on your card. And if you want, you can use it as a little gift tag or whatever you want. It's just kind of a cute, fun little hidden piece. But I'm gonna let the glue dry before we slip those in there. And then the kit should also include some other small pieces for decorating, including these little doors. Your doors may look different, or they may be windows. It just depends on the design of your card. But they should work kind of the same as these. This house has a little curvy door on top, and we're gonna go ahead and put this little door right over the top of it, and there's a little Christmas tree inside. And so the door should have the door piece and then a side next to it that's gonna work like a hinge. And we're gonna just fold that little side piece, just like that. And then we're gonna apply glue to that little hinge piece. There we go. Okay, and now you've got a little door that opens, and you can see your little Christmas tree behind it. And then on the other side, we've got a little child standing here, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna make a little hinge and glue that. There we go. Now we got a little door. And then if you want, you can decorate using the rest of the pieces that come with the kit, and you can put them anywhere you want. This one comes with some little snowmen and little florals, and then these Merry Christmas signs. And if you want to give these a little bit more dimension, instead of just gluing them, you could use some foam mounting tape, and that will help them kind of pop up off of the card. And I've mentioned this before, but I buy mine in the hardware section, like where you would find tools and screws and things like that, because it's usually less expensive there than the crafting section. At least that's been my experience. But you can get it wherever you want. I think we also have a link to this if you look down in the video links. We have a link to all of our junk journal supplies, and I think we have some mounting tape, a link for that there as well. Okay, and there we have it. We've got our cute little doors and our little secret tags. And that is our card. And then you can fold it like this. And it's got kind of a cute little layered effect. You can set it up on a table. I don't know if you can quite see that in the camera there. But there you go. Okay, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.